Isaac Monroe was born during a thunderstorm on a late spring night in 1978. His mother used to say he didn't cry when he came into the world. He just stared wide-eyed and silent like he already knew what life had planned. By age 8, Isaac could guess the winner of any ballgame before the first pitch. By 10, he knew which classmates would be held back. At 12, he told the neighborhood mailman not to take the train into the city the next day. The man laughed. 2 days later, he died in a derailment. Isaac learned young, knowing the future didn't mean you could change it, at least not without consequence. When he was 17, he made a bet, a big one, a Super Bowl, long-shot team. Everyone said he was crazy. He turned $500 into $500,000 overnight. That's when he disappeared. Not literally, but he slipped behind the curtain of the world. He made money in silence, investing just before the right IPOs, betting on elections, avoiding scandals with eerie precision. No one knew his name, but his fingerprints were on the gears of power. And he told himself it was harmless. It's just luck. Just knowing things. But the future doesn't like being tampered with. Every time he made a move, someone else lost something. A job, a family, a life. He started feeling it, like pressure behind his eyes. Headaches, anxiety, insomnia. The gift was a noose, tightening each time he pulled a string. So, by 30, he let it go. He moved to Vermont, bought a quiet house, started reading books instead of headlines. And then he met her. Eleanor. She was warm, grounded, a school teacher. Isaac never told her everything, not at first. But she had a way of seeing through things. He figured maybe he didn't need to know the future anymore. Maybe he could just live it. When Lena was born, Isaac cried. Not because he was happy, because the moment he held her, he felt it. The energy, the knowing, the curse had passed on. It started early. At age 3, Lena pointed at the TV screen during a political rally and said he's going to get shot. 2 days later, he did. At 7, she stopped Eleanor from driving to work, claiming she had a bad feeling. A rock slide closed the highway an hour later. But it wasn't like Isaac's gift. Lena didn't get flashes or facts. Hers came in patterns, instincts, and emotional echo. She could feel how things would unfold, like her soul had already walked through time and come back. Isaac panicked. He tried to shield her, gave her a normal childhood. No news, no politics, no sports, no gambling, no signs. But Lena knew. She always knew. She hated the wall between them. By the time Lena was 13, she had stopped confiding in her father. He watched her from across the dinner table, those distant eyes, that calculating silence. He knew she was using her gift. Quietly, selectively, testing it like a blade. She never left a trace. Isaac tried to talk to her. He warned her. But the more he pushed, the more she pulled away. "Just want to control me," she said once. "I want to protect you," he replied. From what? The truth? They lived like strangers in the same house. And Eleanor, always gentle, always soft-spoken, tried to hold them together. But Isaac could see it in her eyes. She was unraveling, not all at once. Slowly, death by 1,000 secrets. She never said it, but Isaac knew. The weight of living between two people who knew too much was breaking her down. It was Lena's final year of high school. Rumors began swirling in the town, a political scandal that no one could have predicted. A key witness disappeared. An election shifted at the last second. Isaac noticed the signs patterns that only someone like Lena could influence, subtly, invisibly. He confronted her. "Did you do something?" she smiled. "Why would I tell you?" That night, Eleanor stood between them in the living room, tears in her eyes, and said, "I'm tired of living in a house where no one tells the truth." 2 days later, she was gone. She walked out into the woods behind the house just before dawn. No phone, no coat. Just a note folded neatly in her sweater pocket. "It's too much to carry. I don't even know what I'm carrying." They found her at the riverbank. Lena was the one who screamed. Isaac didn't say a word. After the funeral, the house was dead. Isaac locked himself in the study. Lena vanished into the city for days. No calls. No messages. When she returned, she didn't speak. Not for a while. Till one night, Standing in the doorway of her father's study, she asked, "She knew, didn't she?" Isaac looked up. His voice cracked. She didn't see the future. But she felt the weight of living with people who did. That was the first honest conversation they had in years. They began talking again, slowly, carefully. They shared predictions, memories, regrets. Isaac told her about his past, his bets, his falls, the people he'd hurt. Lena told him about her own guilt. It's the time she acted and someone else paid the price. They debated what their gift really was. A mutation, divine burden, a curse. But one thing they agreed on. It wasn't free. They started journaling their predictions, testing limits, exploring their connection. And then Lena saw something. She came to Isaac late one night, pale and shaking. "I saw something," she whispered. "Not a game, not a person. A disaster. Massive, global. A chain reaction that would hurt millions. But stopping it meant destroying someone innocent. A life not yet broken, a child." Isaac was silent for a long time. Then he said, "I won't tell you what to do. But whatever you choose, I'll walk through it with you." Lena didn't sleep that night. She sat with Eleanor's note in her lap, the ink still faintly smelling of lavender. By morning, she made a decision. She found a third option, one her father never saw. Compassion instead of control. She told the truth, not everything, just enough. She intervened without manipulation, with honesty. And the future didn't break. It bent. They visit Eleanor's grave every spring. They bring her flowers, sometimes a book. They still argue, still struggle, still walk the line between knowing and interfering. But now, they walk it together. Some people spend their lives trying to see the future, but the hardest part is living with what you already know.